trust isn't something you give, it's something you survive. If you've ever laid in bed, wondering if the ache in your chest was intuition or just the ghost of old betrayals clawing at your nervous system, then you already know trust is not soft. It's not pretty. It's a battlefield. In this post, I lay bare the internal war of loving someone while your trauma scans the horizon for ambushes. I'm not here to sell you on perfection. I'm here to talk about what it means to navigate conscious love while still bleeding. This is for those of us who want to trust but don't want to be stupid, who want to love fully but not abandon ourselves, who are trying, messily, bravely, honestly, to stay open in a world that taught us to close. Suspicion is a fucking bitch. That's how I opened the floodgates the other night. Because it is. It creeps in when you're trying to feel safe. It hijacks your body when your mind wants to believe the best. It turns love into a minefield. And what sucks the most? Half the time you don't even know if it's real. Suspicion comes up, for no particular, not to my knowledge at least. And that's the thing about intuition. I don't always have proof, just my nervous system communicating to me. And I don't always know if it's real or not. And if I don't listen to it, what are the consequences? That's the tightrope. On one side, intuition. On the other, trauma. And in the middle, you, spiraling, wondering if you're about to walk off a cliff. Because what if the feeling's real? What if it's just old pain disguised as instinct? And what if ignoring it leaves you wide open? And if I'm wrong and it's trauma, then what are the consequences? We don't talk about how exhausting that internal warfare is. The micro decisions of trust. The moments you surrender and tell yourself, he's not the enemy. Even when your body's sounding every alarm. Even when you've seen too many snakes dressed like soulmates. So many people are untrustworthy. So many people are filled with snakes, and how that creates a lot of trauma. And then as a result of that trauma, it's hard to trust. And also that can then hurt the correct relationship as well. Because trauma doesn't know time. It just knows patterns. And what hurts worse than betrayal? Betraying yourself by ignoring your own red flags. I've learned to tell the truth of my suspicion without accusation. That's the new edge I'm trying to walk. Radical vulnerability. Because I don't want to play cop in my own marriage. I want to be fucking free in love. I don't want to go into the phone and do this thing and micromanage and control. I don't want that. What I want to feel is free in the love, with trust there, that I 100% feel like no matter what, I can trust. And I'm trying to lean into that. Trying. Not mastered, but trying. Because here's what nobody tells you. When you've been gaslit by people who lived double lives, your barometer for danger is permanently recalibrated. And trust? It starts to look like stupidity. My data tells me no one is who they say they are. If you give them all that freedom, all they do is serve their own ego's needs. With it, because they can get away with it, and there's nothing holding a flame to them. You get someone freedom, and your mind immediately scripts the worst. Not because you want to be paranoid, but because you've learned that the moment you stop watching, people do the shit they swore they never would. Like, if I give you more freedom, are you going to actually be loyal to me? Or do you require me to be checking on you, suspicious of you, holding you accountable, reminding you to do the right, to consider me? And if you don't, if you choose trust, and they break it, that shit rewrites your life, your self-esteem, your ability to trust the next time. You don't just lose a person, you lose a version of yourself that could still believe. That failure turns into trauma for me, which then I have to protect myself from, which then changes my entire fucking life. So what's the answer? For me it's this: honesty about the fear. No games, no manipulation, just straight out sharing the war inside me before it becomes poison in the air between us. I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just telling you my internal battle and hope that I'm just going to be taken care of. Because I want to trust. I do. I want to believe that someone can hold me, not just physically, but energetically, in the places I don't even know how to explain. I want to surrender. Can I trust you with that power to be responsible? That's what I'm trying to lean into, and I'm terrified. But the love that's worth it, that's the kind you risk your triggers for. The kind you build with the wounds, not despite them. And I think that's kind of what I'm saying. I know where I'm at with it in the seriousness of that devotion, of preserving that for my own selfish reasons, you know? But making sure also I'm good for you. Obviously, that's always part of it. That's trust, the real kind, built in fire, built in the fallout, built not on blind faith, but chosen truth, chosen again, and again, and again. You already know what to do. If you're reading this, chances are you're done pretending you're okay with half-truths and spiritual bypassing. You want real love, real trust, real self-respect. And that means learning how to navigate your wounds without weaponizing them or shrinking to appease someone else's ego. You don't owe anyone blind faith. You owe yourself clarity, integrity, and freedom. And when in doubt, choose the path that makes you more honest. Even if it's messy, even if it's scary, even if it makes other people uncomfortable. This is what saying yes to yourself actually looks like. Ready for more? Check out our attached resources. This is what saying yes to yourself actually looks like. Ready for more? Check out our attached resources to continue your journey towards trust and self-respect.